Hey, it's Cosmic Charles, and I'm back with another Pauper video. So today we're going to be doing a slightly updated list of Pauper Ruby Storm. But I want to tell first how there's a bit of a story here. So what happened was I was playing Ruby Storm like a month ago, and I ran into a bunch of decks that were running Weather the Storm and had a lot and a variety of Grave Hate. And while my which meant that like I couldn't really run Seize the Storm as my win condition post board against him, and I didn't really have the defense against like 4 Nihil spell bombs. Like I don't know how much they were running. Like 3 Nihil spell bombs, Fairy Macabre, Heritage Reclamation. Like they had a bunch and a variety of stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, well, if this is the future, then maybe I should try the guttersnipe win condition, going for like the simplest thing. And plus, I've been curious about guttersnipe for a while. Now, my first inclination was to try it just by basically cutting the stream and putting in guttersnipe and then some changes to the sideboard. But I noticed some things actually from doing that, which made me realize some things about Stream of Thought. But I'll get into that later. I will explain what I've done here and the changes I made to the guttersnipe Ruby Storm build, which is primarily, I mean, they're really the same deck. It's just the win conditions that have changed. Cali guys and I have kind of what's the opposite of ships passing in the night? We've come together in like the engine pretty much. So what I would do if I was to run guttersnipe as a win condition, though, pretty simple change. I wouldn't run Feldon's Cane in the main. It's really only necessary for Weather the Storm. If you're using it like, oh, what if I draw my guttersnipes too late? Well, I think Seize the Storm is just a much better option because it can just end the game rather than having to shuffle and go it again. And when I was playing with guttersnipe, I mostly won with Seize the Storm. I also won a couple times with guttersnipe combined with Bitter Reunion. Or just Seize the Storm alone as well. Like it's actually been, I've actually been really liking Bitter Reunion and Seize the Storm in this guttersnipe build. So I wanted, I wanted to like do a video. Also, like I like the, you can board out your guttersnipe and bring in your Storm Shriek Pharaohs to create like against blue decks to have this like more aggro-tastic build. One of the things I noticed though when I was going through it is that you can't. I was thinking you could shave like a Pirate's Pillage and a big score like I do in like my build, but if you cut your Rite of Flames, you don't have Stream of Thought to shuffle back in your Seething Songs or like other ritual effects like you do in the Stream of Thought builds. So you actually can't really afford to cut any of those post board if you're cutting your Rite of Flames. So that's why I had to like change everything and basically put it back to this. Same reason why I'm running like 4 basics instead of 2 of the Tinder Farms, because when you're running 8 pillage effects, you want to be able to hit your 4th mana on turn 3 consistently. Rite of Flame also helps with that, by the way. One of the things other people I've watched other people play this deck, and they don't seem to want to use Rite of Flame to ramp into a big score or Pirate's Pillage. I think it's pretty good to do that typically, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So what was I talking about? Yeah, so I wanted to do a video with this deck. But unfortunately, I submitted the wrong deck, and then and I'd already wanted to move back into the Stream of Thought build for reasons I'll discuss when I bring up that build. So that's what we're going to be. We're playing the Stream of Thought build today, just because I just prefer it a lot. I'm not going to say that I've done like an exhaustive comparison because I didn't. I played maybe 5 or 6 leagues with the guttersnipe build. I enjoyed it, but guttersnipe loved being in the bottom 15 cards in my library. I'm a lot. I like more than half of my victories, my wins were from Seize the Storm. And the big reason to be running guttersnipe is you can kill so easily and quickly with it. You don't have to worry about fizzling like by getting unlucky with how your like deck's been shuffled or whatever. Although to a degree, because of the opposite side of that coin as well, where guttersnipe's in the bottom, or you use all your rituals early or something like that. So there's 2 sides. So I guess I've basically described it. I will say this. I really think for the guttersnipe build, Seize the Storm plus Bitter Reunion should be in the main over like Feldon's Cane, Storm Shriek Feral. I think Storm Shriek Feral is a great sideboard card, though. I really like Ali Kai's innovation there. I think it's great against certain blue decks. Like when I played this deck in League, I crushed this mono blue Fairies player using that strategy of Seize the Storm plus Storm Shriek Feral was great. Of course, that's a sample size of 1, so I mean, it's not, like I said, I haven't done like an exhaustive thing. So I had fun with that. But why are we playing this today? Well, I really, really missed having a good amount of control over, my library. When you're playing this deck, there's tons of sequences that require you to either discard something you don't want to discard, or you hit a lot of stuff early and you don't have that many FAMs. Like, let's say, for example, you have 1 FAM on the board and you hit 3 Seething Songs. Well, that's great, but if it takes you a long time, you draw into your second FAM, you're not going to have the mana to continue going because you used up all of your big mana. This isn't the case if you're running Stream of Thought, because you can actually control what's in your deck. So that's the biggest reason why I like Stream of Thought. I think I was undervaluing this. It's a reason why I can get away with only running 2 Pirate's Pillage. It adds like... it just adds this versatility towards what you can do with your deck that I really enjoy. So that's why we're doing it. Also, like, you can use it to draw cards as well by, like, milling over Electrification or Faithless Looting, or, and this is even just more important, just milling over lands or things. Because if you mill over 4 lands with this thing, that's like an Electric Revelation, pretty much. Except you don't go up on cards in hand. Or rather, it's not like, you know what, not up. Card neutral or whatever it would be. I guess it would be up with the flashback, never mind. Anyway, is that about... oh, that's right. So what did I do because I was worried about Grave Hate? Well, apparently it was just a weird day that day, so I haven't really encountered that much Grave Hate again. But one thing I noticed... Oh, yes, right, before I get to it, is that, like, I realized, and this is something I've been asking myself, do I really need to have a second Bid Reunion and a second Seize Storm in the main in order to cut Stream of Thought? The answer is no. And also, I think it made my deck worse by doing that. Leaving in the Stream of Thought it just really helps in terms of consistency. I now just have this as a one of now. It's the Stream of Thought's just better than anyway. What else am I talking about? So we needed something to protect against Weather the Storm decks that also run a variety and a lot of Grave Hate. Because while my previous board was good with moderate Grave Hate, something like 3 relics or like 3 Nihil spell bombs, like if they're going over that, like 4 maybe you could argue is like on the cusp, but once they start getting to the 5-6 territory with like multiple different ways of doing it, you're in trouble. So what do? You can go up to 3 in certain ways. I'm not going to get into a huge sideboarding thing. I'm just going to explain the philosophy of the board, actually. That's what I'll do. So here's how it works. Your sideboard is basically divided into 3 axes. You have your 5 spells for dealing with blue because of how terrible blue is for you. You have your 4 spells for dealing with removal. I'm not counting the forest as part of the axis. That is exclusively... actually, it's not 100%. I'll get into the forest later. You have 4 Apostles' Blessings for protection. And then you have 5 more spells for protecting your Stream of Thought. And that is including the 3rd Stream of Thought. So that's basically how your sideboard works. Now, you're only ever really going to be boarding in 2 to 3, depending on the matchup and how you feel, of these cards. And that's one of the reasons why I have both Reclaim and Revolutionist here, because both Reclaim and Revolutionist can be value cards. Reclaim far less so than Revolutionist, but the Revolutionist is risky because it does not work very well with Glimpse the Impossible, because you cannot madness it from exile. If it worked, if you could madness from exile, this Revolutionist would almost 100% be in the main deck. It is very powerful, but only when it's in your hand. Reclaim, on the other hand, while it is a guaranteed to protect your creature, or to protect your graveyard at instant speed, the type of card it inherently works against your strategy because you're putting cards on top of your library. You are trying to get cards off the top of your library. So what does this mean? Well, let's say I reclaim a big score to the top of my library or something like that. That big score, you can now just look at it as a Manamorphose, because you're no longer drawing that second card because you used Reclaim. Makes Glimpse into a draw 2. Stuff like that's not very good. Let's say you used it to put a Seething Song back on your library. Well, now your Seething Song, because you used the 1 mana to put it back on your library, isn't generating 4 mana. It's generating 3 mana, so it's a Cabal Ritual. So you can see it like that. Yes, I mean, if you were going to fizzle, it's better, but Reclaim is much worse than Revolutionist. However, it is necessary for some aggressive Fairy Macabre type strategies where you just like, with Weather the Storm, where you just need something like this. Against match, so like a classic thing, you could go like Dispel, Revolutionist Reclaim against certain matchups, but or like Siege Smash, Revolutionist Reclaim, or even Siege Smash, Dispel, Revolutionist. Now, the situations which you'd be doing that particular board is when Dispel will be taking the place of a Red Elemental Blast or something like that, or an Apostle's Blessing, because Dispel also has the ability to be either of the other two axes as well, although it's primarily there for graveyard protection. So that, what are you taking out? Okay, so what do you take out? The flex slots are, not flex slots, the cut spots are Rite of Flame. Now, if you cut your Rite of Flame, you cannot cut your lands. So keep that in mind. Although I have gone down to 15 by bringing in the Forest against some Jeskai Wildfire builds. I don't know if that's right or not. Anyway, moving on. You can cut your Rite of Flame. If you're doing that, you need to leave in your stream. Of course, we don't cut Stream of Thought anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I've realized if you're leaving in Stream of Thought, previously I was saying you can't, if you cut Rite of Flame, you can't leave in Seize the Storm. Not true if you leave in Stream of Thought. So that was a big discovery. That's actually really helped my some of my matchups. So that's been great. So Rite of Flame. Yeah, so you can cut your Rite of Flames. What else can you cut? This is where things start getting complicated. So I'll tell you what they are, but what you're cutting is depending on what you're leaving in. I won't get too deep into it, but basically things you can cut are Rite of Flame, Nightscape Familiar, Bitter Reunion, Seize the Storm, Faithless Looting, Tinder Farm, and that's pretty much it. I have shaved a Laughing Mad from time to time as well to fit in something, but I don't anymore, or at least I try not to anymore. And that's basically your options for boarding. When and where is going to depend on the matchup and how the opponent's playing, what to bring in, same thing. I rarely board the same way twice in a match, I've been finding with this deck, unless it's against something like Burn, where it's like really basic. But any type of complicated matchups, I routinely change how I board in between games. Because, play draw, stuff like that. It's really, this deck is very deep. It's one of the reasons why I really like it. Yeah, anyway, that I believe covers the explanation about what's going on and about the changes. I'm really happy that Revolutionist is back in the deck. I absolutely love this card. I just wish it worked well with Glimpse the Impossible, but it doesn't, so, c'est la vie. And Reclaim's also pretty nice there for protection. I think that basically covers... Oh! I'm going to bring up Stream of Thought one more time. So there is a important thing for Stream of Thought, and that is when to stream yourself. And I think I've said this before, but I'm going to go over it again. It's it depends on how badly that stream could screw you over. So typically, and how much card draw you have. So typically, if you're low on card draw, and you have a lot of mana, free to stream yourself. Do it regardless of your gut feeling. Even if you mill over some things you didn't want to mill over, you'll probably still be like okay, even if it's just like a waste of the blue mana. But generally what you want to do, because you're not always going to be in that situation, you want to look at your graveyard and think, okay, how many of things in these graveyards in my graveyard do I need to shuffle back in? If that number is 3, you really got to think hard about milling yourself or your opponent. If the number is less than 3, it's pretty safe to mill yourself. Why is that? Because if you mill over another Stream of Thought, you'll need to shuffle that back in, or if there's already a Stream of Thought in your library, in your graveyard. If there isn't, that number is more like 4 or whatever. But like generally speaking, we're assuming there's already a Stream of Thought in your graveyard or something like that, or you're worried about milling one into one if you're low on cards. And then and that's pretty much when you stream. You stream when you're in a good position to make your library better, and you have mana and you have a lot of mana available, or when you're very low on card draw, because you can always mill into Electric Ablation and such. Now, what if you're in a situation where your opponent's leaving open Grave Hate? You target them with your stream. Of course, if you don't have your third stream in your library, it means you will lose if you can't win with your other win condition, which is Seize the Storm, which is one of the reasons why Stream of Thought is in the sideboard, because against Grave Hate, you can use it proactively in order to either make them trigger it earlier or to... and while also making your deck better. Usually they'll end up like sacking it part way through because they see that you'll just, they'll see your graveyard, see that it's full of lands, even though you have half your library gone. They realize, oh crap, his entire deck is card draw now, and then they'll panic or something. I don't know. Anyway, so what is the other thing I just remembered? So then there's another thing, which is that Seize the Storm and Stream of Thought actually work pretty well together. There is the Stream of Thought way of either pumping up or milling into Seize the Storm as a way of like drawing it. But there's also the Seize the Storm way of protecting your Stream of Thought. So how does that work? Your deck needs to cooperate. I've only done this twice, but if your opponent has Grave Hate on the board, and for some reason you're not going to be able to kill them with the Seize the Storm, like let's say you don't have enough exile effects in your graveyard or something like that, or you can only create one Seize the Storm token, you make your one Seize the Storm token, and if it's lethal, which it probably will be, your opponent will be forced to sack their relic during combat, which will let you kill them with Stream of Thought. Just make sure you set up with your rituals and treasure tokens and stuff like that beforehand. All right, I think that about covers it. So, I'm not going to go over the specific ins and outs for boardings. I think the philosophy of how to board is enough for to figure it out. All right, so I think we've that should cover the introduction. Hopefully I was recording. It looks like I may not have been recording. Please tell me as... Oh, good. I was, in fact, recording. Excellent. All right, I'll see you for match 1. Oh yeah, we're doing this live because I really enjoyed the live one last time. All right, see you for match 1. Just gonna take a little break. Okay, all right, we are recording. Yes. All right, there we go. And let's see if we can't get paired for a match. And this is the right list this time. I hope I have not put the wrong list in again. All right, we're fine. So, again, I just really prefer the Stream of Thought build. I'm over the guttersnipe build, so that's why I played in the Stream of Thought build. WinCon today, shouldn't say build because they're pretty much built identically. But the Stream of Thought WinCon today, I just prefer it as part of as like an engine card as well. All right, and where are we? Here we are. Can't keep that. So we're gonna have to hope we're a 16 land deck. So there are times when you just are in trouble times, like now. Okay, this is their most keepable hand yet. So we're gonna get rid of the Faithless Looting, and I guess we're gonna get rid of either the Tinder Farm or the Crevice. That's gonna be the Tinder Farm, unfortunately. As much as I would like to sack that Tinder Farm, I think I'd rather have red mana that I can, like, access to red mana that I can just tap. I really don't... Actually, you know what? That was a mistake. Oh, hopefully that won't come and bite us. I should have chosen the Tinder Farm because I could have sacked it for the Pirate's Pillage. Oh, well. Because I don't actually want to cast this Laughing Mad. Playing a little too quickly, unfortunately. But that's all right. Recycle Storm. Recycle Storming. So we have a turn 4. Let's see if they have a turn. Who was on the play? Was I on the play? Oh, no, I wasn't on the play. So this is gonna be a tricky one because we currently do not have a turn 3. Now we wouldn't have had a turn 3 even if we had kept the Tinder Farm. So we just have to hope our opponent draws poorly, I guess. It doesn't look like they're going to though because they have 4 creature cards in the graveyard. So we're hoping that they do not have a Reaping the Graves, pretty much, or mana. There's like, oh wait, we can go for it now. Okay, so play the mountain, go Goblin and Archimancer. That was pretty lucky. We only run 2 mountains. Now, unfortunately, we're going to need to use, but like again, we just have to. The odds of us, I'm going to lead on the Pirate's Village here over the Glimpse because I'd like to be able to cast a Familiar. If we draw one. And that was good. Manamorphose. I am recording, right? Yes, I am. Okay. I'm going to go green-red here. Green and red. That was so lucky we drew that mountain. Hopefully we can leverage it, but we'll need to hit another fam like sooner rather than later. Red and red. I would have loved to be able to sack that Crevice as well. So I guess there's a bit of like... We're 1 mana short because of our keep. We'll see if it's relevant. All right, that was good. This makes this big score mana neutral. We're still struggling on mana, though. We'd love to see a Seething Song. Okay. Well, ask and ye shall receive. So I'm going to go Seething Song, and now I'm going to consider streaming myself. Yeah, I think I have to, because I only have one Laughing Mad in the graveyard, so, and I'm going to need to put back in some... This might be some mana, so I don't think I'm allowed... Okay, so we hit a lot of Laughing Mad and such. That was actually pretty good. So 2 Laughing Mad, a big score, and a Rite of Flame. I don't think I'm allowed to bring back in... I need to bring back in a lot of mana. I don't want... I've already hit 2 Seething Songs, so I have 3 Rite of Flame left and 2 Seething Song left out of 40. I think I have to bring back at least 1 Seething Song here, unfortunately. So it's going to be Seething Song. And now I need to consider if it should be Big Score. I think it should be Big Score, Pirates, Pillage, and now I need to consider if I want to bring back a Glimpse. I'll bring back a Glimpse. I was considering bringing back the Manamorphose. I just don't think it's powerful enough. And this is like 3 out of the 4 cards are mana, provided I draw another Fam soon. So hopefully this will work. The problem is these cost 2 to flashback. I have to discard this Thornscape Familiar, unfortunately. That would have been better as a Manamorphose there. Nice. We needed that Seething Song. All right. Now we can go Glimpse. Not Glimpse. Whatever it's called. Laughing Mad. Draw 2. There's a Glimpse. I'm going to Glimpse. All right. Glimpse. Nice. Manamorphose. That's a little more mana. I'm going to go red, red. Red. This also means I might not have to discard this Pirate's Pillage either, which would be nice. Oh, why do you do this to me? So I am going to discard this Stream of Thought. Should I? Or should it be the Pirate's Pillage? I have 5 mana. I'm going to discard the Stream of Thought. I think we'll be safe with the... We still have 2 Seething Song left and 3 Rite of Flame left. We don't need the Stream of Thought. We can discard the Stream of Thought and just get them with... what's it called? It's a little risky, though. Okay, discard the stream. Manamorphose, this. I think we should be able to draw our whole deck, so we should be fine. Red, red. I need to pay attention to odds and evens, though. Okay, I'm going to go Glimpse. Okay, Seething Song. Electric Revelation. Get rid of this Pirate's Pillage. There's finally we draw our however many, whatever it's called, thing. I am going to Rite of Flame now. I think I'm going to need the mana, so I'm not going to try and like discard Rite of Flames from hand anymore. Discard the Geothermal Crevice. Discard the Nightscape Familiar. Okay, there's a Bitter Reunion. That was good. Do I want to discard the Familiar now? Or the Electric Revelation? I'm going to discard the Familiar. I'm going to play it safe. Yeah, I'll play it safe. Okay, discard the Thornscape Familiar. Draw 2 more. We still have 2 more Thornscape Familiar. There's a Seething Song, so it's just a matter of time now. Laughing Mad. Discard Electric Revelation. Electric Revelation. Discard Thornscape Familiar. Glimpse. There is our whatever it's called. So I'm just going to Big Score, discard Laughing Mad. Pirate's Pillage. I don't need to be doing this, by the way. I just am. Discard the Electric Revelation. There's our Thornscape Familiar. Play it. A Narcomancer. Play it. And Seize the Storm. And Seize the Storm. Pay 1 more. Give everything haste. And we've won. All right, so does this deck run Darkness? Some people do, some people don't. I'm not actually certain. What I do know is I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back. Well, apparently I already drank all my coffee, so that's horrible news. I'll have to make some more after this game. Let me think. Oh, what am I playing against? Psychostorm? Do I even board? You could bring in a Stream of Thought to protect your win conditions. That would be instead of the Faithless Looting. You could also, or the Nightscape Familiar. The thing is, early Familiars is important for going off quickly. I don't think they run Darkness. We're just going to submit it back. If they do end up running a Darkness, we will have to bring in a third Stream of Thought and potentially something else, depending on what else they've brought in. I'll keep this. This is not very good, but maybe we'll draw into Manamorphose and stuff. We need to be fast. This is slow. Maybe I need to... Maybe actually I do need to mulligan this. This is just like, hey, I'm wide open. But it has a Famine lands. It's a turn 4, unfortunately, and we're on the draw. So the odds of us actually winning this are like very slim. But I just think that this is a keepable hand. I'm not going to try and mulligan for the nuts, although maybe that's what I should have done. Because it looks like they have the nuts with that triple Street Wraith draw. That was really good, though, that Thornscape Familiar. So we need to hit mana, but they likely have a turn 3, and we definitely don't have a turn 2. Oh, do they have a turn 2? Looks like they're going for a turn 2. Now, oh no, they just need to hit lands. Never mind. They just need to hit lands. And I'm pretty sure we're dead next turn. They've drawn a lot of cards, and they have 8 creatures in the 7 creatures in the graveyard. It doesn't really matter. That's a lot of creatures. So we're just going to play this Thornscape Familiar, and we're going to need to hope to either hit, like, a ritual. Yeah, no, we're just going to need to hope to hit some form of ritual. We have a lot. There is the Cabal Ritual. Let's watch them go. All right, Charismivix. Let's see what you're up to here. If there's anything spicy going on. There's a Rowan's Grim Search. Seems pretty stock so far. I mean, I don't know what you would do differently. Like, what's it called? It's banned. Duress. So we are getting a little bit of information here. They brought in Duress against us, so I think that's what we need to worry about. If the Duress plus Fairy Macabre could be an issue. But so far, I don't think I'm going to be changing my sideboarding at all. And here comes the songs, I'd have to imagine. Storm count is 5, so that is a little bit of a good thing. They do have the Repository Scab Blood Celebrant thing going on. Storm is 6, 1 card in hand. They're returning the Scab, so they're going to be... So they need to have 5 mana in order to be able to cast Scab and a Songs. They've hit 2 Cabal Rituals already and a Dark Ritual. They 30% of the way through the library, so it's likely they will actually hit more. Life total seems to also be a bit of an issue for them. So they are going to need to cast a Draneth Healer. They did hit another Dark Ritual, which was very good for them, because that will allow them to do things. To cycle more, essentially. I'm pretty sure we're dead here. I'm likely going to be conceding to another, Songs of the Damned at this point. They are at 4 life, 4 Street Wraith in the graveyard, 6 mana. There's our Scab. Creatures in the graveyard account for... There's another this, so now they have even more mana waiting for that Scab. 3 Lotus Petal. So we're probably dead. Let's see what they get with the Scab. If it's reaping... Oh, it is Reaping the Graves. Wow, so they're saying there's a chance, unless they have the Songs of the Damned in hand. Oh, they have the Songs in hand. Never mind. All right, so that's game. We can concede now. All right. Let's move on to game 3. And we'll have to hope for a faster hand. Again, I really don't want to mulligan into a faster hand, though. I think it's too risky. I saw a lot of duress. We'll just run this back as it is. You could argue to bring in your Revolutionist because of duress, but I just don't want to. Why can't we get a good hand here? Come on, please. This hand's slow, but I need to keep it. We're going to bottom a Hickory Woodlot in case we draw the black, Nightscape Familiar, and we're going to lead on Hickory Woodlot because it is free. We're going to go Sandstone Needle, Laughing Mad. I really don't want to discard that Seize the Storm. it will put me vulnerable to them having graveyard hate. So I'm just going to play this Sandstone Needle, and it's kind of a good thing we drew that Rite of Flame, because now we don't have to discard this Seize the Storm. We could also just play Seize the Storm turn 3, but I don't think we're going to be able to... It's equivalent of having, like, dealing 1 damage for each spell, basically, and I don't know if that's going to be strong enough. Let's see. Can they go off on their turn 2 here? 1, 2, 3 creatures in the graveyard? It'd be difficult for them. There's a big score. Problem is, we could easily be dead turn 3. They've really filled up their graveyard. Is there any way for me to go off here? I just don't think there is. So I'm going to go big score. I'm going to discard this Rite of Flame. I'm going to play this Geothermal Crevice, hope we're not dead, and hopefully draw a familiar off, either off our draw step or off of this Glimpse. But we're probably... Yeah, they're going for it now. So we're probably dead. Turn 3 is fairly standard. So it looks like we're going to lose to Cyclostorm, unfortunately. We're not able to draw that well, except for game 1, where we got very lucky drawing that that mountain. However, they have a storm count of however much, and they're only returning... How many creatures are they returning here? Was this just a value reaping? Why isn't it telling me that? I wish the graveyard creature count was just always there. Also with instants and sorceries and things, it makes counting so much more difficult. It looks like we might not be dead here, though. 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. 5 creatures. So that's not a very good... Okay, 8 mana. So it's still... There's still a chance here that we might get another shot. It's definitely not conceding, but their storm count's now actually decent, so that's a problem. And there's another Reap in the Grave. So depending on how they hit, we could be in trouble, because they have however many creatures in the graveyard. I believe it's... Oh wait, Songs of the Damned can tell me. 6, so they're going to get to draw 6 cards here. They have already hit a lot of things. And so mana is right now their choke point, so we're hoping that they don't hit any, like, more mana. And so that we can continue. Because right now they also need to draw into another Reaping the Graves in order to continue going off too. So it's looking like we might get another... They might have to pass back, because in addition to drawing into mana now, they're also going to need to draw into Reaping. Of course, I don't know their hand. They could already have it. But, yeah, they already had it. Okay, so... Not good for me. We have to hope now that they don't have another Reaping. Of course, even if they do have another Reaping, they would need to draw into more mana, and then another Reaping again, or a way of getting a Scob down. Let's see. Maybe I should get rid of my graveyard so I can see what they're doing here. That was a Dark Ritual they did. So this, that. All right, so... Unfortunately, they had it the whole time, so we're probably not going to get the turn pass back. Oh, actually, that was a cycled Barrymore. Cycled Drain. They're down to 5 mana, so they're in a similar situation again. They can go Scob here, return... okay, so now they have all the colored mana they need. Their Storm count's high. If they go Scob, Songs of the Damned... Okay, that's a Reap in the Graves, not Scob into Songs of the Damned. So now they need to hit another Songs of the Damned, and if they do... then probably we've lost. They have 2 hits right now to draw into it. Because if they hit the other Songs of the Damned, that's going to give them a lot of mana. How many songs have they hit? 1, 2. So they're pretty... They have 2 left out of 21. It depends if they hit another ritual. Now, they had more than 2 looks. We're going to have 4 looks. And why are they just returning everything? Why? Oh, because they don't want to sacrifice their Lotus Petal. Oh, they stacked their Street Wraith wrong. So that might save us here. Well, no, it wouldn't save us. Actually, never mind. Because again, they just really need to hit his songs here. So it looks like they missed on songs. So we have a shot. It also means that their storm count's going to be very low. So we might have a shot here, but we really need to hit a familiar off the top. Oh, that was lucky. Unless, wait, no, songs wouldn't be very good. Duress. Okay, so I guess we're going to get our glimpse, unfortunately. That is unfortunate. They could take our Seize the Storm. I don't want to pass back. If we do, if they take our glimpse, we're in trouble. Because I can't really do anything without that glimpse. I don't want to play Seize the Storm. Yeah, so unfortunately our hand's terrible now. Because it's not worth sacking my lands for a Laughing Mad. Yeah, that's awful. Man, I think we lose anyway. Let me think. So what can I do? Do I just pass back? Do I just pass the turn back? That can't be right. I need to make something happen. All right. This. Laughing Mad. Discard Stream. I mean, that's slightly better. Thing is, they almost definitely have... You know what? I just had an idea. This is kind of... Seething Song, double blue. We're going to double stream them and hope to get lucky here. Anamorphose. Can we triple stream them? I need 9 mana for that. I have 7. Metamorphose. Maybe I should have sacked that. It would put me 8. We're going to go blue, blue here. Blue. Blue. All right. Stream of Thought. Cast with Replicate. Target you. All right. I guess I can only do it once, right? Okay. And I should not have discarded that other stream. That was really dumb of me. I just didn't see this line. Okay. And blue. Okay. Same targets. Okay. Shuffle back in stream. Metamorphose, Seething Song, Glimpse. Okay. Hit them again. Yeah, I really should have. Oh well. Shuffle back in. Big score. And that's it. Okay. Yeah, and we really should have not. Yeah, we really shouldn't have discarded that stream. I thought that was dumb of me. Yeah, all right. Let's see. What did we hit? Did we hit anything good? We hit a Reaping the Graves as well. So that's good. They can duress me, whatever. One Reaping the Graves. 2 Reaping the Graves. The thing is here, the reason why it would have been better is because they might not be able to generate enough storm count to kill me. All right. 9 cards, though. So now we need to get something crazy. I don't know. All right, this. I really shouldn't have discarded that stream. That was dumb. Electric Revelation. All right. Yeah, so they can just kind of like go the downtown beattown route. Yeah, they're going the downtown beattown route. Scob. Returns. What do they return? Because it would be so much better if they were at 4 cards in library now than at 8. So that was a big mistake on my part. Unfortunately, I also would have milled over their Scob. So I think me not seeing the Stream of Thought line is probably what cost us this game, and also me not drawing the thing. I should have taken my time and really thought about it. But you know, we don't play perfectly all the time. Be interesting if Guttersnipe would have done it there. I'm not saying that Stream of Thought's like the better win condition. I'm just thinking that. Right, so we're going to go down to 13. They got back the thing, so we're probably still dead here, unfortunately. Out of note, we have just never once seen a familiar. I don't think we're really ever going to. We are going to flashback this Seize the Storm token, or actually, no, never mind. We're going to do this instead. We're going to go Seething Song. We're going to go Glimpse the Impossible. That's good. We're going to go green. Oh, they're only at 2 life. Maybe I should have... Nah, it doesn't matter. They have life gain. We're going to go goblin and narcomancer. Bitter reunion. We're going to discard electric revelation. Can I go down to 9? I think I want this crevice. So we're going to go down to however much. Hopefully they can't kill us. Because we have a shot next turn. In fact, I think they're dead next turn if they don't kill us. Or have duress. Alright. They cycle again. Yeah, I really should have used that stream of thought on them. If we lose this is on me. Did not think about it. Thought about it too late. But, you know, at least now I've thought about it. So they're cycling down to 4. Oh, Storm counts 4. They're going to use Reaping the Graves now. 19. Yeah, I think we're dead. Yeah, I think we're dead, unfortunately. We actually kind of got close, though. And as you can see, had I milled them, I think we would have actually won this game with Stream of Thought. But there are 0 cards in library. What is happening? Did they just kill themselves? I think they just killed themselves. So that's fortunate. I don't know how they're going to win now. They have no way of putting cards on top of their library, right? Yeah, we should have. We still should have milled them. Our opponent was kind enough to lose on purpose, I think. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, there are 0 cards in library. What are they going to do? This is on my end stat. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So we managed to get there. Did not play perfectly. The right call would have been for me to mill them. So we didn't lose. I played poorly. Our opponent also kind of played poorly because I'm pretty sure they had the ability to just go take me down to 8. I don't know. I didn't know what they had in their hand. That'd be interesting to see. They had songs. They could have probably cycled 8 creep. Oh no, they wouldn't have been able to because my. That's right. So I didn't actually need to do the other stream part, but I should have because that would have made it much safer for me. All right. So anyway, that was the first game. I'm gonna make some coffee and then see you for match 2. Okay. Okay, just waiting to get paired for match 2. Got pretty lucky game 1. Of note, guttersnipe would have been... As I can put the same stream of thought there, because I misplayed with the stream of thought, because like milling them 12 cards in that situation probably would have won the game just as much as a guttersnipe would have. But they're at 2 life, so, you know, like guttersnipe would have got there pretty easily. And this is what I mean by it. It's not like one win con is better than the other. I really think it's a matter of what the meta is like and what you prefer to play. I do think that Seize the Storm should definitely be in the guttersnipe build, like the region Seize the Storm thing. Not only because of the Seize the Storm kind of solves the issue of what if you draw your guttersnipes late, but also because Bitter Reunion works really well with guttersnipe. Yeah, it doesn't trigger it, but it gives all your familiars haste, and guttersnipe itself haste. So like you can get in for like 8 damage pretty easily. Like, I mean, yeah, it doesn't deal 2, so it's kind of like 6, but whatever. Like, it's pretty good. And you can still run the dragons. They would just be in the sideboard for like various things. So that's my opinion on that. I prefer the Stream of Thought build just because it's a little more synergistic and it gives me better control over what's going on in terms of the match. I don't like being at the mercy of my deck. All right. You know what? This is a pretty good hand. All right, keep. What are we up against? Let's see if this is a turn 2 Thornscape familiar matchup. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay. It is not a turn 2 Thornscape familiar matchup. But this big score should be helpful. So one of the things I like to do against removal matchups is, well, I'll show you if I'll talk about it when it comes up. or if there's a lot of downtime. So there's a Novice Inspector. This is a pretty good matchup for us. This is probably a Prismatic Strands matchup. This is also a Relic slash Thraben Charm matchup. So I'm going to have to do some side bordering type stuff. So there goes my Crevice or my Rite of Flame. I think it should be the, or the Faith, Faithless Looting. All right. Should have been the land. Oh well. Play this. So I'm just going to take my time here. The reason why I didn't want to do that is because this is a slow, discard the land, because this is a slow deck, and I'm probably going to be looking to making some land drops here. But I did draw a lot of stuff there, but whatever. We have so much card draw, we should be safe. If they tap out, I don't think I go for it, because these are not, because Laughing Mad is not a very good card draw spell. And I'd rather just take my time. I wonder if they run Krauk. They should run Krauk. They have a lot of... Oh, maybe they don't want to wipe their own board. I don't know. We'll see what this deck's up to. And the question is, do I want to go for it while they are tapped out? If I draw a Glimpse, the answer is yes. If I draw another Familiar, the answer is yes. If I draw a big score effect, the answer is yes. So it all depends on... Yes! All right, so we are going for it. Here goes the Thornscape Familiar. And I guess we're sacking both of our lands here, so let's do it. And we're going to go Glimpse, hoping to hit another Familiar off the top. And we do. So because we have so much stuff we can discard from hand here, I'm going to use this Rite of Flame to go Goblin and Archimancer. And I'm also going to go Seething Song. And then I'm going to take a look at my graveyard and see if I want to mill myself here. I have a Glimpse, a big score, and a Seething Song. I think I'm good to mill myself here and just kind of prime the pump for, you know, my further draws. Really good. I milled an Electric Revelation. I kind of wanted that Goblin and Archimancer. That was one reason not to, but I still think it's pretty good. I am going to bring back the Seething Song because I have so many cards in library, but I have 4 pretty good hits here. So, awesome. Okay. And now I'm going to go big score. I'm going to discard this Geothermal Crevice. And I'm going to go... I'm actually going to use this Laughing Mad because it's maximally reduced. Okay, I'm going to go Manamorphose, and I'm going to go red, because I want to, like, conserve mana. I know that yeah, Pirate's Pillage... I would like Pirate to cast Pirate's Pillage when it generates mana. I'm going to do it again. And I can do this because I have all these extra things I want to discard. So that was a good draw. So now I can go green, and I might be getting punished for my Rite of Flame move earlier. We shall find out, because I might have to discard this Rite of Flame. Okay. Looking like I'm going to have to discard this Rite of Flame. Okay, Seething Song. Manamorphose. And the question is, should I float another color here? I don't think it's worth it. I have 3 treasure tokens. And I have a lot of stuff I can flash back now. So, discard the Sandstone Needle. Did not have to discard the Rite of Flame of note. Still probably going to have to, though, because I have 2 of them now. Right, Electric Revelation. Discard the Hickory Woodlot. Question, should I discard one of these Rite of Flames then? Well, I keep not needing to, so I guess I won't. And I'm going to go red. And, like, I love, like, doing that, like, like, milling myself right at the start. It just feels like your deck's going to be so much more reliable after that point. I know it's, like, minute, but the more you draw, like, the more you can kind of perceive it. So I should discard one of these Rite of Flames. Here's a Pirate's Pillage discarding 1 Rite of Flame. And here's a... Should I discard the other? No, I have a lot of stuff I can discard. Rite of Flame, big score, discard Nightscape Familiar. Glimpse. So now, the question is, should I leave in my Seize the Storm? I think the answer to that is probably no, and we're just going to, like, stop going off, and we're just going to, like, finish it now. Seize the Storm should be large enough with the flashback just to kill them. Alright, and there's Seize. Seize. Might as well use my last mana. And they just concede. Alright, and begin sideboarding. So, Does this deck run Prismatic Strands? The answer is probably yes. So we're going to get rid of our Seize the Storm win condition, which I don't like doing. It's my favorite way to win. And that leaves us very vulnerable now to their grave interaction. But if they have the Prismatic Strands, it's just not worth running. So the question is, do we want Apostle's Blessing? I think the answer is no. Shocking. Maybe that's wrong. But I think we're fast enough that we can just go under the removal. And I am going to run a Siege. Because of that, I can afford to do the Dispel Siege Smash split. Also means we can't board out our Nightscape Familiar. So instead, we're just going to board out a Faithless Looting. We can go Dispel Siege Smash. Now the question is, do we want a Revolutionist or a Reclaim? No, I don't think we do. Right. So we're going to run it back like this. We don't have any protection for our creatures. That might be a mistake. We'll see if I decide. I'm much more willing to take out my Rite of Flames when I'm on the play. That's what I'll say. I don't. You know what? This risky, but like I really like how close this is to being very good. So we're going to keep it, and we have this Rite of Flame, so I can go like turn 3 Sandstone Needle. I can go like Rite of Flame, Laughing Mad, hope to draw more lands. And we'll be discarding the Laughing Mad, though, so that'll be unfortunate. We could also just naturally draw a Hickory Woodlot. That'd be amazing. Okay. Seeker of the Way, eh? Don't see that card very often. It is a very powerful card. Oh. Ooh. I am not going to Siege Smash their Great Furnace. I am not going to Siege Smash the Great Furnace, and I'm not going to do the thing I said before either. I'm going to go Rite of Flame, and I'm just going to go Glimpse the Impossible, and hope it lands. Horrible. All right, well, we did not hit any lands, but at least we have 3 spawn tokens. Hopefully they're not going to wipe the board here. Let's see. What do they do? They go... what's it called? That. So we have 1 stream in the graveyard right now. We are going to exile a... Not the stream. The stream will be the last thing. We're going to take 3 from the Seeker of the Way. And then we're going to consider what to do. If we should Seething Song and try and do something. Or if we should give them another turn. Alright, it's Seething Song, try and do something. Or is it this? Do I lead on the Seething Song? Or do I lead on the Manamorphose? Because I could go... Let's lead on the Seething Song. Alright, so... This... So I want to be able to do that. By that I mean play both of them. It's also going to be... Siege Smash first as well. Hopefully I have the mana for everything here. So Seething Song. I don't think they can respond with... Can they respond with mana here? Wait. Undo. 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 Split Second. Can they tap mana on Split Second? I'm not sure if they can or they can't, but regardless, I don't think I have a choice to play around that. Alright, Seething Song. Red. This. Sacrifice my token. Manamorphose. This. And I'm going to go green here. Okay. Green. Now I'm going to go Goblin and Archomancer. And I'm going to go Siege Smash and see if this works. Can they float mana? Yes, they can. Damn. Oh, well. So now we're going to need to get pretty lucky here. Oh, well. So if they bolt my Goblin and Archomancer, I'm going to go Laughing Mad, Yeah, I think we're in trouble now. We're going to have to... Oh, and this costs 2. Yeah, I think we just lost. So I needed to be a little more patient there, and maybe not lost. We'll see. I need to be more patient there, though, for sure. I was a little impatient. I kind of banked on something that didn't work. So we're just gonna run back on. We're just gonna go back to game. Go to match game 3. Play better because that was fairly poor on my part. But at least I know now that they can float mana, which I think I already knew. I just this little bit of wishful thinking on my part. Okay, and submit deck. I think this is right. I think I could have got there though had I played slightly differently, or had Glimpse been good. So I can't keep this. Mulligan. This is a good hand. Keep. Do I get rid of Rite of Flame or do I get rid of Geothermal Crevice? I think it's Rite of Flame. All right. Done. Sandstone Needle. Oh, and we didn't bring any protection again. I don't know if that was right or not. I just don't think it's necessary. But would I rather have protection than Rite of Flames on the play? Let's look right now from here. Yes, I think. Especially with all those relics. We're actually going to play this other Geothermal Crevice and just pass the turn. And I don't think we're going to Electric Revelation because they played that relic. If they tap out next turn, then I will do something. We'll see. They are not tapping out. Well, we don't have to tap out either. We could go for a Glimpse here and set ourselves up for next turn. You have a lot of card draw. Sure, I think I'll go for a Glimpse. They're not doing anything. I'm not going to Glimpse yet. They bolt me, I like that. Now they have more mana available, and they're just going to hold up interaction. So maybe I should have brought in something for them. Okay, that's pretty good. I can get rid of their relic on the end step, or something else, depending on what I want to do. It could be a land as well. All right. Red, red, Siege Smash, cast. I'm going to target their Relic of Progenitus. So it's looking like I really should have brought in protection. I think that was kind of dumb of me, but I do like to try different things. And this one may not have been right. So that was a pretty good draw. But I don't need to go for it now. I can spend this turn to draw a card. I'm not under any pressure to draw some cards. I'm not under any pressure. They could exile some number of cards from my graveyard, but, you know, that's fine. Okay, pass the turn back. And now I'm kind of more glad that I have the Rite of Flames in the deck, because I haven't really been drawing very many lands here. So let's see how they tap out. How much they tap. If they leave open like 3 red mana, I might be in trouble. But 17, triple Galvblast can deal 12. There's the mountain. They have a wall of removal up. So I can play this mountain, and I think I can afford to wait another turn and draw some more cards. Problem is, I'm going to have to discard this Laughing Mad to the Electric Revelation, which I don't really like doing, but we'll see. They're at 8 cards in library. They're still not tapping out. They take me down to 15 now. So triple Gab Blast plus like something else could do it. I don't know if I can beat triple Gab Blast, to be honest, though. Okay, Laughing Mad, discarding Electric Revelation. So, okay, so what are they doing now? Oh, they're going to exile my graveyard. I don't mind that. Okay. Okay. We lose half of our things, but that's fine. I'm going to play another Sandstone Needle. It's a little greedy. They could burn us out, but I'm just going to be... I like that mana. About 14 again. They could burn us out, but that's another one of those. So if I play this Geothermal Crevice, what am I discarding to this thing? I do think I want a lot of mana, though, so I'm just going to play this, and I'm going to hope I'm not dead. Hope I'm not dead, and then try and go for it. I want this other Geothermal Crevice, because I'm thinking I'm going to have to try and protect my thing. So we're going to have to hope we're not dead to a bunch of burn spells here. We've only seen one Lightning Bolt. We could be dead. I may have taken too long. We shall see. Probably should have had left in my Apostle's Blessings. There's a Core Skyfisher. I like that. Okay. We are not going to... What's happening? Okay, so leaving with triple red. So I like that too. So this is our go turn, but we have nothing. This is the card we want to discard. We need to have extra familiars, so they are going to burn the crap out of our familiars. So we are not going to use... So we're not doing that. We're hoping that mana is not the choke point, because we've generated a lot of stuff here. So boom. 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 And boom. We're going to lead on the Nightscape Familiar. Black. Green. Maybe I shouldn't have used that green. That's what I have a mana morpho, it's fine. Then we're going to go Goblin and Narcomancer. Are they going to go after my Nightscape Familiar? Nice. All right, regenerate. Black and red. This is the regenerate thing on Nightscape Familiar is relevant a lot of the time as well. Okay. And then we're going to land our Goblin and Narcomancer, and we're going to need this Glimpse to be good. But before we land our Glimpse, we're going to cast this Thornscape Familiar. And now we're going to go Manamorphose, red. Actually, we're not going to Manamorphose because there's no point in doing that now. We're not actually losing anything because this Thornscape Familiar is coming down. Okay. So, Glimpse the Impossible. Decent, decent. So now we can go red, Manamorphose, using the red. We're going to go green-red here. Green and red. And now we're going to play this Thornscape Familiar because it doesn't use red mana. We can use this black mana here. So now we can go big score, which is now mana positive, and discard this Hickory Woodlot. Okay, we really wanted to draw more mana there. Alright, discard Tinder Farm. Uh-oh. Running out. Red, Laughing Mad, discard Geothermal Crevice. Okay, that's a little more life. Red, Rite of Flame. Glimpse. Nice. Alright, there's Seething Songs. We've probably got this now. Alright, so, do I float a blue yet? I'm going to draw with Electric Revelation to find out. Of note, they don't have prismatic strands, so I've made it harder on myself. I'm going to discard this Goblin Anarchomancer. I'm going to go, Manamorphose, red, blue. Manamorphose, red, and blue. There's a big score. Big score, discard Goblin Anarchomancer. Pirate's Pillage, discard Hickory Woodlot. There's a Seething Song. We're going to go Manamorphose, red-green. Manamorphose, because this is our last draw card here. Green. So them exiling all those big score effects is really good, actually, but because we did not draw into very many things. Oh, we hit a glimpse. All right. Rite of Flame. Glimpse the Impossible. God damn, why are you doing this to me, deck? All right, I'm gonna go green here. No, just red. Red and red. Please be kind. Yes. All right, we're flickering like a candle in the wind. Let's see if we can pull this out, please. I need some card draw. Yes. All right, that should do it. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And by Carmen Sandiego, I mean stream of thought. Did I board out all of my win conditions? I better not have done that. I've done that once before. Okay, no, we did not. They're all in the bottom of the deck. That's fine. Okay, let's use a Seething Song. Okay, Laughing Mad. Discard Tinder Farm. They didn't exile all of my stream of thoughts, right? No, they just got my, yeah, okay. Laughing Mad, discard. We don't need this Thornscape Familiar. There's a stream of thought. Thank you very much. How many do we have? What do we have left in the deck? Okay, 1 glimpse, 2 glimpse, 3 glimpse. I'll just mill myself. I don't. Wait, we actually have a lot of streams. All right, so target you. Might as well get this show on the road. It's low enough that we can just start doing this. Where are all my glimpses? Glimpse. 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 And Manamorphose. Okay, glimpse, Manamorphose. You put the Manamorphose back in so you don't accidentally, deck yourself. Hickory Woodlot. That is if you don't have any of those left. Hickory Woodlot. Okay, discard Mountain. Am I still in danger of fizzling? Okay, maybe I should have milled myself. That was probably kind of dumb, man. All right, I just didn't think it was possible for me to fizzle. All right, Glimpse. All right, now we can double stream them. All right, blue. Stream, cast, targeting. Wait, I guess I should cast one of my glimpses first, huh? All right. Blue. Stream, cast, target you. So this is going to go a lot faster now that we have 2. Stream, glimpse, Manamorphose. Okay. And I'll make this exile window much larger. I probably should have done that earlier. Stream, target you. And we're going to bring back in Stream of Thought, Manamorphose, and I guess a Seething Song. Okay. We're going to go Pirate's Pillage, discard Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. I guess I'll start generating blue mana. Red. Blue. Blue. Manamorphose. Red. And we're doing this just to make it so we can replicate them faster. We already have, we can probably do it from, 20 odd, because we have a lot of blue already. Seething Song. Manamorphose, blue. And this is the tedious part a little bit, but they are dead. We have the loop combo. Oh wait, do they have? No, they don't have any way of shuffling. They don't have a Lembas. If they did, they could give themselves one more turn. So that could be a problem. We would need to use Dispel and shuffle it back in, and then draw it in our hand, which is annoying to do. Well, can be complicated. All right, target you. And I didn't do the last three, but it doesn't really matter. It just kind of gives me more room for a Manamorphose here. Manamorphose, Manamorphose, Stream of Thought. And this time I've realized that, you know what, I actually don't want that much left, so I'll just do this. Stream of Thought, and I'll just put in 2 Seething Song. What, 9, 10? No, I can put in 3 Seething Song, actually. Okay. Opponent, maybe I did have enough for 27. It's possible. But I'm pretty sure I didn't, because let's look at this. That's 7, 12 blue, so 20, 24. No, he was right. I could have done it. Sorry. Wait, no, because I only had 8 of this. I needed more red mana from my Seething Songs stuff. So you were wrong. I needed to do that. I needed that additional loop. All right, and return to details. Okay, so we're 2-0. Pretty sweet. Anyway, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back for, well, may actually have to do some work. But, yeah, we'll see you again for match 3. All right, I think we're recording. Yes, we are. Oh, and we just got paired. Nice. All right, so 2-0. Let's see if we can keep it going. Oh, by the way, the opponent last match should not have vaulted my dude, I think, in that situation. My Nightscape Familiar. Cannot keep this hand, unfortunately. I think it's too risky. Much better. I think the bottom is actually Rite of Flame here. So, bye-bye Rite of Flame. Why not the Mountain? I'd rather play the Mountain and go big score than use a Rite of Flame to do that. Or sack my Tinder Farm. It should, depends what this matchup is, obviously. It could be the right call with something else in order to go a little faster with Thornscape. But we'll see. So do I want to go turn 2 Thornscape or Sandstone Needle first? I think I actually would like to go turn 2... No. This is the right call here. All right, Sandstone Needle. So it's elves as well. So we have to hope they don't have the fast... We have to hope they don't have a turn 4, because I think we have a turn 4. Unless we draw something good. Like a Seething Song or something. Or like Manamorphose into Seething Song or something like that. Well, that is a Seething Song, so we're going to try for something on turn 3. Am I recording? Yes, I am. All right. Okay. And what are they? Dale? That's my cat. He needs some attention, so he's going to be joining us. Should he figure out that he can jump up on my lap? He wants me to go to the couch, but I'm not doing that. You can come up here. Oh, what do they reveal? Bunch of stuff. Okay. See a Timberwatch elf there. I don't know what that's from, but they couldn't cast it that turn. So I'm gonna have to pick up my cat. Come here. Okay, there we go. And it's unlikely that we're gonna win this turn, but we're gonna try anyway. At the very least, we'll be able to ramp out a bit, because we can capture some of the mana from this Seething Song with our big score should we fizzle. So big score, discard Revelation. That was pretty good. I think I'll Rite of Flame first. Then I'll go Glimpse. That was also pretty good. I can go Seething Song, Glimpse. I should probably make this Exile screen larger. That was also pretty good. So, good. All right, Manamorphose. We're going to add a green here. Green and red. All right. We are not going to discard this Rite of Flame because it's looking like mana is going to be a choke point. So we're going to go Laughing Mad from Exile. And we're going to discard this Electric Revelation. It's a lot of Laughing Mads. We're going to go Rite of Flame. We're going to go Yeah, we'll use the Seething Song now. I was hoping to get it reduced, but I think now's the time to use it. Now we're going to go big score, and we're going to discard one of these Laughing Mads. Hope to hit a familiar. We did. That was really important. And because I don't want to empty my hand, kind of, I'm just going to flashback one of these, even though it costs 2. Discard the Revelation, because I don't really want to... that was pretty good. So now I can go red, white, Pirates Pillage, discard Laughing Mad. That's a neutral draw. I can cast this Glimpse and still have 2 floating for my big score. So Glimpse. It's a Bitter Reunion, which we cannot cast right now. I'm going to go red, white, big score, discard Crevice. How many Seething Songs we have left? 1. So yeah, we're probably going to fizzle. I'm going to need to mill them because I have a lot of stuff already, I think. I'm at 30 cards in library. I have a lot of stuff I want to shuffle in. I don't want to risk I don't want to risk like some stuff. So I'm going to go Glimpse, Seething Song, Glimpse. Okay. Oh, I should have drawn first. That was dumb of me. Oh, well. That was really dumb of me. Oh, well. Bitter Reunion. I just don't think I'm dead next turn. Okay. Let's see if we would have hit the ritual. We would not have hit the ritual. Okay. And we have a couple of blockers as well. Let's see what they can do here. Sure, I'll take it. And what do they cast? They cast a Birchlore Rangers. I wonder if they have main deck interaction. I highly doubt it. Oh, and I think they're just dead next turn because he drew the Seize the Storm. You have 3 Seething Song in the deck now? How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. That's not enough to kill them. We're just going to wait. So they do have the ability to get any color of mana, so but they've already attacked. So I'm not overly concerned about, maybe they don't have the haste, like the battlements or whatever it's called, to give their creatures haste. They're just going to continue to puke their hand out here. We need to win next turn, because they have the Timberwatch Elf. No, they have the Birchlore Ranger. What do they not have? What's that? The Untappy dude, the Quirion Ranger, the other Ranger. I've never really played elves except as like a standard-ish type deck back in Scars of Mirrodin, which I absolutely loved. Crater Hoof Behemoth is a beating. I'll say that much. Oh yeah. I had a bunch of other stuff. I had a Gigantomancer. Oh my goodness, what the heck? All right, so they had something. Shocking. I am shocked, I tell you. Okay, that was crazy. I love that card, by the way. That was one of the first... I was running that card in this when I was trying to recreate like a Little Kid Luck style deck. Anyway, we'll lead on a Glimpse. There's another Thornscape familiar, so we can go Manamorphose off the red here. And unfortunately, I have to go... Okay, so I want to sack this Tinder Farm, so I'm going to go... I guess green, and I can't afford to add black, I don't think. But what's my card right here? The Electric Revelation? Wait, I'm going to go undo. I'm going to go black-red. Undo. I'm going to go black and red, because I can still have the option of casting that. Oh, now that backfired. Oh, well. All right, sacrifice this. Go Nightscape Familiar. Generic. We need to hit a ritual pretty badly here. Electric Revelation. Discard Tinder Farm. But they didn't put their dude that actually kills me on the battlefield for some reason. Rite of Flame. And now we can play this Thornscape Familiar. Alright, which gives us 2 looks for some more mana. So Laughing Mad, discard our Narcomancer. There's some mana. Seething Song. Electric Revelation, so we should be fine now. In fact, we might actually just have lethal here. Cost 3 to cast. No, sorry, cost 2 to cast. I need 3 mana to do it, so I can keep going to stop when we're at like 3 mana or whatever. And I have this mountain as well. Alright, Metamorphose. I'm going to go red-green here. Alright, red and green. And the reason why I did that, it wasn't necessary now, was because I had the Thornscape Familiar. Big score. Discard Goblin and Archomancer. Metamorphose. And I'm going to cast the dude after this, I think. Red. Red. Alright, Thornscape Familiar. Seize the Storm. What does this cost? A flashback? I'll just give everything haste. Well, first I'll go Electric Revelation. Discard Crevice. And Seething Song. Flash it back. And I guess I might as well cast this Laughing Mad. Discard this. Okay, so they've, I mean, like, maybe I should have killed them or whatever, but I don't like leaving mana floating when I don't have to. Alright, and now what do we do? So, do they run fogs? I have no idea. Possibly not. We know they have the ability to gain life. I don't think I need the 3rd stream, though. I'm just going to run it back. I saw that Harsh Sustenance, or whatever it's called, which is a card I ran when I was trying to create this old modern deck called Little Kid Luck that was based around Siege Rhino. It actually was one of the first decks that someone else picked up and played, and it got a little bit of coverage or whatever. Right, Mulligan. That's a keep, but not the best. Not the worst either. I'm going to bottom the Laughing Mad because it's easier to see Electric Revelation in the graveyard. And I'm going to go Geothermal Crevice. Hoped to draw into a Sandstone Needle or something else that adds red, but honestly, any like of those lands would be great. So we have to hope that they don't really have interaction, but it looks like this might be a somewhat interaction heavier match. I'm wondering what Harsh Sustenance is for, actually. They have a much better start than last game. Something good? So that's interesting. It doesn't mean I can do anything still. I need to hit some way of getting this Anarchomancer down. What's this? For 4 mana. It's 1 Winding Way? Okay. They have a Nyxborn Hydra and a Birchler Rangers. The Birchler Rangers is pretty good if they have interaction in hand. 2nd Winding Way. Alright, so we need to be a little faster here. So unfortunately, I have to do this because I just can't sit around. I need to burn this Seething Song so I can go big score. Discarding the Electric Revelation. And just use that to filter. So now I can go green Goblin and Narcomancer. The problem is we didn't hit into any more mana, which is what we kind of needed to happen. Right now we don't have any looks. So we need to hit like a Metamorphose. Even a Rite of Flame would be all right, but we'd still be in trouble, but at least would give us a chance. All right. Let's see what they're doing here. They're going... All right, so we need to be able to kill them next turn, I think. This is a lot of stuff. Unless they don't put their Timberwatch elf down. The problem is their distant melody is going to be able to draw them into like all the interaction they would ever need, and that's assuming they don't already have interaction. But wait, they don't actually have a distant melody. That's in the graveyard. But they do have the ability to probably tap for a lot of mana. Where's their untappy dude? Not seeing any Quirion Rangers here. Maybe they don't run Quirion Ranger? No, they must run Quirion Ranger. That'd be crazy. What's this? Do they have removal for my dude? Yeah, they got the blue blast. That's unfortunate. So I guess I should have cast the Thornscape Familiar in anticipation of that. Do I draw the ritual? No, I don't. But I can play this Tinder Farm and stabilize just a little bit. We're not necessarily dead. Well, F6. If they have interaction, we're dead. But if they don't have interaction, we could be fine. We're also probably dead to a Quirion Ranger, but I have not seen a Quirion Ranger. In fact, I'm starting to suspect that this actually might be a control heavier elves deck. Something that's running more interaction, and I should maybe consider bringing in Red Elemental Blast next game. But I just don't think that's very good. Like they have Birchler Rangers and that. They have 8 ways of getting blue. Like how much interaction could they realistically run? All right, well, let's see if we can go for it. That was not good. We needed something much better than that. So red, that. So I can go red, green, green, then I can't do anything. So that means I need to go... Doesn't really matter, actually. I can go this. This. I need to lead on the... No, I lead on the Goblin and Archmancer. No, I can't. I have to lead on the Thornscape Familiar. Green, white. Yeah, I should have led on that last turn as well. Maybe we would have had a shot here. We would have had a little more mana floating. That's a Rite of Flame, but I have nothing that I can do with that. So we'll just concede. Okay. And move on to game 3. We won game 1. So the blue elemental blast situation is something that I'm unsure about, but I think I don't have enough information to radically change how I've boarded. So I'm not going to. I think it's fine as is. So we'll just run it back again. We're not going to bring in any red blast or stuff like that. We're just going to try to go under them and make it so that their red blast, blue blast effects maybe don't matter. All right, we'll keep this hand. It has the Goblin and Archimancer, which is interesting. If I should put it on turn 2 with the Manamorphose and play into their blue blast or not. It depends if they have a Birchler Rangers in hand, or if they go Jaspera Sentinel or whatever it's called. Because I would rather not use this Manamorphose just to filter, but I think it is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm definitely doing it. Hopefully there's no Birchler Rangers in my future. Okay, Manamorphose. I'm going to go red-green. I'm going to play this Goblin and Archimancer. Because I drew the mountain, I'm going to play the Hickory Woodlot. Let's see if they have the ability to get blue mana. They do, damn. Is there a Hydroblast in my future? No. Okay, so they don't have the Hydroblast. That's a start. That's step 1. Right, mountain. We are going to lead on the Seething Song or the Pirate's Pillage. We're going to lead on the Pirate's Pillage. Discard Tinder Farm. We're going to add red off of this Manamorphose. That was a pretty good hit, by the way. Manamorphose and Glimpse. Red. Thornscape, best draw right now. Well, you know, we're calling our shots. That's pretty good. Seething Song. Glimpse. I guess I should have Glimpse first, but whatever. Very good. Do we have any electrical... no, we don't, but that's okay. So we can go green. Thornscape Familiar. Electric Revelation, discard Laughing Mad. Then we can go Electric Revelation, discard Nightscape Familiar. We can go Manamorphose. We're going to go red here, I guess, because we need red mana. Red. We are a little low. We have one more draw 2 left after this Manamorphose. So we'll see after this I'm up that Manamorphose. Let's see if we can get there. I'm going to discard the Thornscape Familiar. I don't... Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so Electric Revelation. Discard the Sandstone Needle. It's too slow at this point. So, do I want to mill myself here to bring back some cards? I don't think I can afford to. So I'm just going to go Electric Revelation. Discard the Crevice. That's a Seething Song, so I am going to mill myself here, because I'm probably going to cast this thing. So we're going to hope that we mill into more... Yes, we hit a Laughing Mad, so we can keep going. So now we're going to go Glimpse. And and everything else should be mana. Pirate's Pillage, but not Seething Songs. Manamorphose, Manamorphose. Wow, we haven't hit very much card draw, so we should be due. Okay. And we also hit off of that Rite of Flame, hit a Rite of Flame as well, so that was pretty good. Now we're going to discard this Anarchomancer. That was good. We're going to go Glimpse. And we're going to go Glimpse. And we're going to go Rite of Flame. We're going to go Electric Revelation. Discard Electric Revelation. So I am going to discard the Season Storm. I hope they don't have Fairy Macabre, because we would lose to a Fairy Macabre here. So maybe I play around that. I will play around Fairy Macabre. Scar Glimpse. Rite of Flame. I think we have enough card draw with these Electric Revelations, so we don't have to actually play into it. Oh, and I should mill myself. Blue. Stream of Thought, cast. Target myself. Shuffle back in Bitter Reunion. Stream of Thought. Glimpse. And at this point I will bring in a Seething Song. Wait, I still have 2 Seething Songs in the deck? Never mind. Where's my other Glimpse? Glimpse. Okay. And now we can go Laughing Mad, discard the Faithless Looting. And I will Pirate's Pillage away this mountain here, because I have other things I'd like to discard. I'm going to go Glimpse. Rite of Flame. Glimpse. Big Score, discard... I'm just trying to find my Bitter Reunion at this point. I don't think I need this stream myself. There's Bitter Reunion. Okay, Bitter Reunion. Oh, first Manamorphose. I'm going to go green. Manamorphose, this. Green. And now we're going to go Thornscape Familiar. Goblin and Archomancer. Seize the Storm. Seize the Storm. Bitter Reunion. Okay, and we will discard here. And give everything haste. And that should be the ball game. Attack with all creatures. Alright, I think we're 3-0, unless there's something crazy I'm not familiar about. They have no mana available, so I have no idea. Oh, thank you. Thank you! Exclamation point. GG's. Alright. Oh, and I have to click OK. Alright. Alright, we got there. Wow. Why are these games so grueling? Alright, so I'm going to take another break, and I will see you for match 4. 4. We're almost there. Okay. Though it is nice shutting down in between matches to get rid of that leg. That has been lovely. All right. Okie dokie. Am I recording? Yes, I am. All right. Oopsie doopsie. All right. Let's go over to the thing. I'm going to try and finish this so I can get some work done. Probably going to have to take a bit of a break before match 5, though, and do something else so I can refresh my mind. I'm getting a little weary. But anyway, what was I? Yeah, getting pretty lucky so far with the matchups. No blue decks yet. Blue is pretty difficult. The best you can hope for is like a 50-50. And even then, I'm not even sure because I haven't really been taking like notes or anything like that. So I don't know. I have no idea. It's probably worse. That's probably like 50-50 is probably like, an aspiration. All right, then. Especially now that they run gut shot. Like, you had an okay match. Oh, yes. So this is something that I was hoping would happen this league. So I'm keeping this. We're going to go turn 1 big score. Really hope to hit a land. And if we have any mana left over, we can cast a Goblin and Archimancer depending on what we're up against. And this means I have 3 mana available on turn, 2, which is sweet. We really need to hit more lands, though. Okay. Keep it deep. We really have to hope it's not Untap Island. Yeah. Oh. Well, it's burn, so, well, I mean, it's fine. This is decent against burn. All right, so we really need to hope that we draw some lands off of this. Okay, Rite of Flame. Oh, it's 4 exactly. Okay, and please some lands. Uh-oh. Trouble time. Trouble time for me. We still have 1 shot here. We're going down to 16. Not looking good. We didn't hit a land there. Please land here. Okay, it is a land. And we can go big score on their end step as a neutral play. We're going down to 13, though. I cannot afford to go into any instant speed interaction. I don't have anything I can do in response. Anything relevant, rather, that I could do in response. Big score with Electric Revelation on the end step is what it's going to be. It's really unlikely we win this, but there is a chance if they tap out and we get a Seething Song. Or if we draw the 3rd Rite of Flame or something like that. Okay, what are they doing? They are going Clockwork Percussionist. We're just going to yield until the next end step here. Yield until next end step. I don't think they run Artifact Destruction. The problem is we may have to place something into it just for them to use a burn spell on so we don't die. And we still might die. But let's go big score, discard Electric Revelation. There's our land we needed. So now we have to... Okay, so we can do something here. We need to do this so that we have a shot at not dying. Yeah, they're going to be able to bolt it. But at the very least, we can generate some mana here. I'm going to go red-green, I guess, and play my other Anarchomancer. There's a bolt. Okay. The question is, do I want to play my other Anarchomancer? Because I just felt like that was a forced thing. If I play my other Anarchomancer and they bolt that, I think it's fine. All right, Goblin Anarchomancer. Green. Thornscape Familiar. Try to, flood them. Hope they don't have a lot of removal. Really, really risky, but I think that's the play. Okay. We could also just be dead here. Because I don't know if we block. I don't know how relevant it is going down to 8 versus 9. But if they have the Lava Dart, they have the Lava Dart, and I think we're hosed regardless. There's 1 bolt. Do they have another bolt? They bolt both my creatures, and I can go Laughing Mad. Another option, so I can't block here, I'm going down to 8. Is I play the Seize the Storm, which gives me a blocker, but it's not very big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it'd be a 7/7, which isn't very big. They are clearly considering whether or not they should bolt my Thornscape Familiar, so I think we're going down on this one. I still stand by that keep. I just really needed to hit a better land than that mountain. I needed more mana. Oh, they tapped out. So what the hell? Okay, so I go down to 4, I die. That much we agree on. Is the play desperation, laughing mad into hopefully draw more ritual? Is that the play? Or is it play Seize the Storm, go down to 6? Play Hickory Woodlot. I just don't think even if I hit the reason to do the Seize the Storm line would be so that you actually get some draw thing. I think I'm going to go for the Seize the Storm line, but by hitting the, what's it called? All right, discard this. Oh, that didn't really work out, did it? All right, we're just going to concede. I could have played the Seize the Storm and maybe kept on going there. That was probably a mistake. I don't know. I just felt like it was incredibly unlikely that we were going to come back from that. So we'll concede here. Maybe not the best keep, but I stand by it. I still stand by it. Okay, I'm going to keep doing that. Anyway, we're going to bring in our 4 Apostles' Blessing here. And we're going to take out 2 Tinder Farm because land drops are... We're not going to be able to make as many land drops. It does make us far less reliable as a deck. We could go down here. Our burn is also not a very good matchup. I put it at like 50-50 really. So that's unfortunate, but I mean, it's not like the worst. We have to cut 2 more things here. So that's the Nightscape Familiar because it's not very... I know it has Regenerate, but it's not very good against Lava Dart. And we're going to get rid of the Faithless Looting as well, because it's not all that necessary. And then we're going to submit and hope to get lucky with our draws. One of the sweet things about going down to 14 land is when you get land heavy hands, it just feels so sweet. I really want to win this so we can like go to like the 4-0 slot, but we'll see if we're able to. First time we've been down game 1. Maybe that was a bad keep, but maybe that was more of like a Malta 6 keep. I don't know. I just love doing it. And like, who's to say that my mulligan would have been any better? That was a keepable hand. I stand by that. Yes, it would have been more keepable had I drawn into a Sandstone Needle or a Hickory Woodlot, which is what I was kind of banking on. The mountain was relevant. We were down a mana from actually like doing something at when they tapped out that game, as we were fairly close. At least I think we were. Maybe not. All right, I'm gonna be on the play. I cannot keep this one. Much better. Geothermal Crevice or Sandstone Needle. That gives me the green I need. Right, keep. This is really hard, because I probably am going to get to play a 3rd land here. So is it the Laughing Mad instead? I think the answer is no. I have no land zone. If they do a holding pattern, I run a lot of card draw. We're going to do this. It is maybe not the best, but we can definitely make 3 land drops against them, is what I'm saying. And we run a lot of card draw. And Glimpse is a big card draw spell. Oh, let me drew land anyway, so that's unfortunate. I don't think I'm going to be forced to go for it next turn, so I'd rather put myself open to drawing a big score. What are they doing here? Alright, if they tap out, we can't go for it. We're at 18. BT. Oh, I didn't... Oh, this is the different deck. Oh, man, that's dumb of me. Alright, so we could be actually dead next turn? No, we're at 18. We're not dead next turn, but we could be in trouble time next turn. Alright, play this and pass the turn. We're really relying on this Glimpse to be good. I regret bottoming that draw too. What are they doing here? So here comes another BTE. So can they do 18 to us, I wonder? Okay, so they're not going for it. They're going to leave open interaction. Yeah. So they have interaction. We need to go for it. We have our green mana. We don't have protection. That was a good draw, though. Okay, this. Goblin and Archomancer. We're going to lead on the sorcery. Glimpse the Impossible. And go Manamorphose. Red. We're going to go... I guess maybe I should have seethed... we're going to go green. And... black. We're going to go Seething Song using the black. Because we don't actually have the black guy. We boarded it out. And we're going to go Glimpse the Impossible. Hopefully hit well. We did. So Thornscape Familiar. Using the green. Do I want to go... I guess I'll lead on the Glimpse because it draws one more. Well, no. 3. So... yeah, lead on the Glimpse because it draws one more. There's an Apostle's Blessing. So now I can go Bitter Reunion, and unfortunately, if you don't hit mana here, we are going to fizzle. So I need to hit some mana here. We did. Manamorphose. I'm gonna go red, red. 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 Okay. So I can go Rite of Flame. Glimpse. And here we fizzle. But we have an absolute massive amount of blockers. I'm going to keep this Sandstone Needleback in hand for other things. I'm going to play this Hickory Woodlot, and we have nothing else we can cast. So we have to pass the turn. Okay. But we have a massive amount of blockers now. Unfortunately, I don't think our... Thornscape Familiar is going to be long for this world. Okay, we're going to block. Block. Do I want to go down to 8? No. Block. Okay. Okay. Another BTE. They don't have removal, we might have a shot. I think we're dead, though, unfortunately. So it looks like the 5-0 Dream might be... oh, nothing. Okay, we have a shot. And there's an Apostle's Blessing, but they don't have removal. So we need to do this. Sacrifice both of these. Laughing Mad, red, generic, discard... Sandstone Needle, who are we kidding? If we pass back, we're not going to get another turn. And we didn't hit any card draw. That's really unfortunate. So that means I can play this Geothermal Crevice and hope I'm not dead. Wait, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'll be forced to block. And I don't have white mana. Yeah, we're just dead. Yeah. Wait, we're not just dead. I can block, stay alive, and draw into the... wait, no, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, really? No, there's no shot we win this. All right, that's unfortunate. So, 3-1. Tragedy. Tragedy struck. A little bit of, yeah, I mean, they had interaction for us, and we didn't have the blessings and stuff. Sometimes you can play through it when your hands are, when you have, like, strong enough starts. Sometimes you can't. And we could not. So that is it for the 5-0 Dream. I'm tempted just to stop the video here, actually, so I can get some work done, but we'll finish it. All right, we'll finish the last one. That burn matchup's actually typically better than the other one that I was thinking it was, because they don't run Labadart. So we did lose. I think we lost 0-2 as well. But typically, I put that as a slightly favorable matchup. That was I think the 3rd time I've played it, and I've won the previous 2 times. So it was unfortunate that we lost there, but it happens. We're still recording, right? Yes, we are. And hopefully we'll find another match soon. Soony soon, please. Wow, this is taking a while. You know what? I'm actually going to have a break first, and then I'll come back. All right, see you for the final match of the league. All right, after a quick break, we are back. Anyway, I guess while we're waiting, why am I running Tinder Farm instead of their mountains in this deck? It's a tap land, right? Well, you don't need as many lands if you have like lands that make 2 mana. So while yes, this enters the battlefield untapped, which is great. It doesn't add as much mana for the card in hand, so you need to play more things from hand in order to make it, in order for the like having those mountains to work. So I'd rather have like the sacrifice thing. It does make sense in the guttersnipe build though, because you run more of these Pirate's Pillage big score effects, so it's easier to cast them on turn 3. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the reason. That's my reasoning there. Faithless Looting is in this deck. Oh, I am recording, right? Yes. Oh, Faithless Looting is in this deck because of how well it works with a lot of the cards that are in here. So it's good when it's being discarded, or it's in exile, or it's being milled. So you have 1, 2, and a bunch of cards that work well with it. And when you're casting it from exile or graveyard, it's neutral, which means it's the same as using like a Laughing Mad from hand. So whenever you're in a situation where you have a Laughing Mad or an electric Revelation from hand, it's better just to go Faithless Looting. And maybe you'll like, because looting is more powerful than Rummage, and maybe you'll hit like 2 lands or something on top, and that way you won't have to discard the electric Revelation to itself. Or even you just discard the electric Relation to the Faithless Looting and then go positive, which is usually what you would do. All right, so where we've impaired what happened. Why did that happen? All right, so we are here. No green mana, no card draw, but I am going to keep it regardless. And it's our first blue matchup with the Invisible Island. All right, and well, there's our green mana. Still going to lead on the Sandstone Needle. We're probably going to go Geothermal Crevice, and it depends. What is this? Ice Tunnel. Oh, this is our very, very worst matchup. All right, so might be some good practice here. So this is usually a longer game, so I'm just going to play the Sandstone Needles out because I don't think they're going to be leaving anything open. Next turn, I'm going to play the Geothermal Crevice because they're just probably going to be leaving stuff open this whole time. Now, because I didn't play the Geothermal Crevice, they might tap out here. That's one reason to do it, because I'm not representing that I have the ability to cast any fams. But I am representing Big Score / Pirate's Village. And because this would be much better as a Big Score, I shouldn't be F6ing here. I should be, like, pretending that I have something. So I'm going to turn off auto yields and press OK, just to make it seem like I have something. Which I don't. Another argument would be to make it seem like you don't have anything, so that you can resolve this Pirate's Village. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep playing lands. Landsy dandy dandy. Hopefully draw more lands and also card draw. So we're going to need to discard probably one of these Rite of Flames. Well, not discard it. We're going to cast it and see if they counter it. All right. Rite of Flame. Do you... Nope. All right, they don't. All right. Well, they didn't bite. And we have 6. And then we're going to discard the other Rite of Flame or the Stream of Thought. Oh, they're milling me. Okay, well, that's kind of nice. That's nice of them. They mill a Laughing Mad. I will cast it. Should I cast that on their end step? I think so. I think I should. They'll probably have some... Yeah, why not? Like, they'll counter it, but it's fine. They have a lot of mana anyway. Discard the... This point, the Stream of Thought. If they Spell Pierce, I'll play with Sandstone Needle. Make them use 2 counter spells on it. Okay, so I'm going to have to discard here as well. Play Hickory Woodlot, and we're going to discard the other Rite of Flame. I guess I should have cast that Rite of Flame, see if they wanted to bite. They wouldn't have been. Or maybe they would have. I should have cast it. What are they doing here? Are they tapping out more than some number of mana? 2 counter spells open. Just enough for both of my card draw spells. Well, we're going for it anyway. Not going to get better than this. Okay. Well, that was good. An Archimance. Oh, that draws out the counter spell. Okay. Thornscape Familiar. There's a Snuff Out. I'm going to go for a Seething Song here and see if they counter it. Okay, there's one counter spell down. Thornscape Familiar. Let's see if they have another Snuff Out. So, we'll lead on the Seething Song here, or do we lead on the Glimpse? We have to lead on, or do we lead on the Pirate's Village? Lead on Seething Song. Do they have an additional point of interaction? We'll find out. Yes. Okay, good. Glimpse. Alright, are we going to get away with one here? Let's find out. Electric Revelation. Discarding Electric Revelation. I mean, if they had something, we would have had something by now. Alright. I have to discard this big score. Alright. Red. Laughing Mad. Discard Crevice. There's another Seething Song. That was very good. Seething Song. We have all the familiars. I think mana's still a choke point. Hopefully they haven't been holding something. Alright, Glimpse. Alright, Rite of Flame. Big score. Discard Mountain. Now we can go, I guess, green for an Anarchomancer. And how many Seething Songs have we used? 1, 2, 3. There's one left. I should probably mill myself. How many Rite of Flames? Yeah, I should almost definitely mill myself here. I have 6 points of card draw. Cast, target target you, because I have to bring back a Stream of Thought. Right, Stream of Thought. Seething Song. Big score. Big score. Alright. I mean, I guess I didn't have to bring back that, whatever, that Stream of Thought. Discard the Faithless Looting. Discard the Anarchomancer. Metamorphose. We go red here. Red and red. Okay, there's Seize the Storm. We can't cast it. Electric Revelation. Discard Laughing Mad. Nice. We needed those Metamorphose. Metamorphose, red. Red and red. Metamorphose, red. Red and red. And Metamorphose, red. Red and red. And now I have to think about what I want to discard. Well, no I don't. Alright, Laughing Mad. Discarding the Hickory Woodlot. Hopefully I haven't been too far away from my mic this whole time. Not going to cast a Bitter Reunion yet. But now that I've drawn it, I'll discard another one, Electric Revelation. I don't think it's necessary now. Big score, discard Laughing Mad. There's my last Rite of Flame. Bit of Reunion. And we're going to discard the Goblin and Necromancer here. We're going to play this mountain, which I didn't really need to do, but whatever. We're going to go green. Thornscape Familiar. Black. Nightscape Familiar. Seize the Storm. Seize the Storm. Give everything haste. And attack in. And this should be enough to kill them. Like, if they had double snuff out, maybe, but then they'd be down to 2. Alright, so we won game 1, which is easier than all the other post-board games. So, let's see what we can do here. We'll leave this in. I like Seize the Storm's ability to play through Grey Fate on its own, so it means I don't need to focus on that. The question is, do I do a split between the Pyroblast and Apostle's Blessings? Traditionally, I have not. I think I have to take on my Rite of Flames, though. And the reason why I don't is because I have 9 familiars, so I'm hoping just to draw into a lot of familiars, basically. That is my plan. Like, overwhelm their removal, which I don't know if that's going to work. But that's what we're going for. I really don't like taking out my Rite of Flames, but I think you have to. They can just hold open Hydroblast the whole time. So is this going to be like similar to last game? We're going to try and develop our mana and then just play stuff out. Unfortunately, we can't keep this. We kind of need to keep a 3-lander. But we can't really mulligan into a 3-lander. Oh, nice, a 3-lander. All right, keep. And we're going to bottom the Stream of Thought because we can go turn 2 Bitter Reunion, which I think is going to be more likely than us doing anything else. It is going to depend on what we draw, because I don't know if I want to discard this mountain to this Bitter Reunion. Probably, I guess I do. I only have... No, I have all the lands, yeah. So, probably, yeah, I think I will. You could go Hickory Woodlot first, but they have Snuff Out, so I'm just not all that convinced that that's a very good line. I also doubt that they would tap out, but it's more likely they would tap out and let me resolve a Bitter Reunion than anything else, I think. You could do it. If I do that. The odds of them actually tapping out to even let me resolve the Bitter Reunion is actually low. I know I said all that stuff. It's low enough that I think it's worthwhile just doing this. If they do tap out, I think I would rather go Thornscape Familiar, Manamorphose, Bitter Reunion. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. It depends if they play a black land here. They don't. No, they play a blue land. So I'm still not going to go for it then. Can I afford to play this Thornscape Familiar? I don't know if I can. If they just go boom black mana, yeah, I don't want to risk it. I do not want to risk it. It may have been the right call though. There's another brainstorm because all they would need would be like boom, this Snuff Out is dead. It does get the Snuff Out of their hand though. So right now, what am I working towards? I'm working towards casting this Electric Revelation. So they're going to mill themselves. They are not going to tap out. They only have... Oh, wait, what? They are going to tap out? With no Snuff Out? The disrespect! My goodness! Well, let's see if we can make something happen, Captain. Unless they have... Do they have... What's it called? I'm going to play this mountain. Do they have... Oh, what is it called? Gut Shot. Is that what's happening here? Green, green. All right, green, green. We'll lead on Bitter Reunion. Okay, we're going to discard. So it would have been better for me to have played the Thornscape from the last turn, unless they would not have tapped out. All right, Manamorphose. And we're going to go red, green here. Red and green. And now we're going to go big score. That's a 2-turn clock. 10, play this 10. So I've already played my land for turn. Pirate's Pillage. Nice. So unfortunately, I cannot cast. I have to cast a Seething Song now. All right, Seething Song. We need to hit into more Manamorphose now. We've already seen one. This, I am going to discard this Pyroblast. We're all in. Nice! Ask and ye shall receive. My goodness. We're going to pull this out. So black and red. Nightscape Familiar. Electric Revelation. Discard Sandstone Needle. Seething Song. Manamorphose. Do I want to risk floating a green? I think I do. So red, I'm going to go green-red here. Green and red. Nice. I am going to use the mana here. Glimpse. There's a Thornscape Familiar and a Seething Song. That was excellent. Thornscape Familiar. Now I can go Electric Revelation, pitching Electric Revelation. I can go Electric Revelation, pitching Pyroblast. I can go Big Score, pitching Tinder Farm. And we're just trying to draw into our Seize the Storm now. I want to go up on cards in hand, so Electric Revelation, discard Crevice. Now I want mana, so Big Score, discard... You know what? I have the treasure tokens. Electric Revelation, discard Pirate's Pillage. Okay. Red. Seething Song. Electric Revelation, discard Laughing Mad. Big Score, discard Mountain. Big Score, discard Tinder Farm. Okay. Laughing Mad, discard Sandstone Needle. And there it is. Okay, again, I'm just going to go Glimpse because I only need 3 mana to do what I want to do. There's a Big Score, red. Big Score, discard. I guess at this point, the Anarchomancer. Pay attention to how many cards I have in the library. How many Seething Songs have I used? 1, 2, oh, all 4? So I'll just cast my thing now, I guess. I'm pretty sure I have enough. You know what? I'll just go red. Let's be down to 5. I should still be okay. This just pumps it up a little bit. Discard Laughing Mad. There. And now I have enough. All right. Red and green. And I guess I'll just play that. That makes it 1, so I still have 1 up. Yeah, so Goblin and Archomancer. They have no removal. Goblin and Archomancer. Seize the Storm. White. Bit of reunion. Everything gets haste. So we beat UB Terror. Wow. That is crazy. Not the first time it's happened. Maybe the first time it's happened 2-0 though. Alright. The disrespect. My goodness. Game 2. That's crazy. How do you do that, you know? Oh, is this not lethal? No, this is lethal. Right? That's 10, 18, 20. I mean, yeah, I'm not... Yeah, this is lethal. I mean, I don't know what you're doing, plus all the stuff. Yeah. All right. So we went 4-1. Tragic loss against Burn on the match 4. Deck feels very strong. There's actually like a few decks that I think that are just, if you learn how to play them well, they're tier 0. And I don't know if you can include Ruby Storm in that category because of how bad our blue matchup is. But as you saw, bad does not mean like impossible to win. We just went 2-0 against UB whatever it's called. So I'm glad I played the last one on camera. Anyway, let me see if I can pull up. View your previous deck, please. Please. I said, please. Jeez. Is it not over? What's happening? All right. So, sorry, 1 second. So, okay, here we go. So, like I've said throughout this league, if you're running the Gutter Snipe build, I really think you should also be running Seize the Storm Bitter Reunion. Bitter Reunion by itself works really well with Gutter Snipe because it just lets you eke in that extra damage by attacking. And Seize the Storm just works well if, like, as, hey, now if all of my Gutter Snipes from the bottom, I don't need to do the Felding's Cane thing, because sometimes you don't have enough card, because a lot of your lands are going to be in the graveyard. You can fizzle from the Feldon's Cane position. Doesn't happen all that often, to be honest. It came up once with me, and I didn't hold priority, so it didn't really matter. But the point is, I found it difficult, depending on where you hit the Gutter Snipe, to actually do things. But again, I was consistently hitting it in the bottom quarter of my library. So after using a lot of rituals and stuff, so it was there's a lot of like points of pressure there. I don't think it was all that typical. I think I probably had a skewed experience. But anyway, I really enjoyed the Stream of Thought build, just because it gives you some more control of your deck, as I hoped I demonstrated during this league. It really, being able to shuffle back in your Seething Songs and your Glimpses, or like put in a bunch of like big score effects and things, or a bunch of Metamorphose, is pretty effective at making sure you don't fizzle, or making you less likely to fizzle, rather. Yeah, once you set up, and like even streaming yourself once, this feels fantastic if you like mill over a card draw spell and lands and stuff, or like extra fams, because at the end of the day you're only running about 20-21 like card draw spells, which isn't that many in terms of density. So if you can mill over your like non-card draw spells with Stream of Thought, you just make your deck that much denser, and it was more perceptible than I had previously realized, even to the point that I realized you need to run 8 Pirate's Pillage and big score effects in the Gutter Snipe builds, for the reason that you can't shuffle back in your rituals. I wasn't really aware just how integral it was to the engine of the Stream of Thought win con. To be fair, with Gutter Snipe win con, you don't necessarily need to do all that, because you can just draw your Gutter Snipe early, like, in the top half of your deck, and kill them. So, like, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm not saying one is better than the other. It's a matter of preference. Anyway, we didn't get to see Revolutionist or Reclaim, but this is the better, like, side slot. And again, you're just kind of, like, commingling things based on around your opponent's strategy and what you're trying to do around the 3 pillars that I talked about at the beginning of the video, plus whatever you count the forest as. I don't really count that as a pillar. That's for, like, Wildfire, and should you want to go down to 15 lands for some reason. But also have, like, Wildfire as well, I would say. Anyway, I think that about sums it up. I hope you enjoyed. I've been extremely busy, so sorry for the late video. It might even be a little while longer before I can post again. Maybe I should leave a community message. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.